Can we just all collectively decide to skip the downfall of Gavin Newsom and go right to the postmortem? Great, because I'm bored already. Admittedly, I have never been a full stan of Gavin Newsom. I'm not in the fan club. I don't dislike him. To quote Jeff Winger from Community, I understand the appeal and I would never take it away from someone, but I would also never stand in line for it. Here's the thing. I believe he's had episodic moments of strength and leadership, but what we're seeing at a critical moment is the inability for him to take constructive feedback, use that, and make himself a better politician. Let's be honest. He's got pretty privilege. He's got white privilege. He's got man privilege. That's a lot of privilege in one package. I'm so sorry it's this way, but we know that that means that he's had to work less hard to get where he's gotten. And it's less likely that he has the strength of character to be able to endure the criticisms of people. And that's exactly what's happening here when people said, hey, you know what? We don't love that your podcast, the first few people you had on, were vile far-right people. We don't love that for us or you. When we said Democrats need to go into far-right spaces, we didn't mean bring them into ours. We meant go to them. Don't give them a platform here. Go to their platforms and talk to them there. People are losing their jobs, they're losing their homes, they're losing their family members, and you're acting shocked and upset that people can't see your vision for having Steve Bannon on your podcast? Sir, the only toxic thing around here is your masculinity and the fact that your ego can't handle the fact that you made a misstep, a political misstep, and we called you out on it. You didn't have to double down. You could have just said, my bad, I'm new to podcasting, and oopsie. But actually, it doesn't really matter what your past looks like. What I'm looking for is the future, and you're not in it. Frankly, we can't have politicians that are unwilling to check both their privilege and their actions in terms of how they affect other people. We don't have time for that right now. We're like at the precipice of authoritarian regime and fascism. We can't be worrying about your feelings, Gavin, really. I'm going to need politicians that can hear the people's criticisms, step back and reflect on those, and then be better. Don't be threatened by criticisms because they make you better at what you do. This was a miscalculation on your part. This was not the right thing to do. The greater concern here isn't who you had on your podcast. It's the fact that you're genuinely surprised that you're getting critical response for it. You're genuinely surprised that people were upset by it. And instead of sitting with that and thinking about why that is and how you missed the mark so significantly, you're doing what we've seen most politicians do in our lifetime, which is double down, gaslight, minimize, act as though you know something we don't know, when we're the ones that are out in the world experiencing it in a way that you can't. I'll say what I said before, which is I think the Democrats would be wise to gather a collective group of people that look not like him. Women, Black women, trans people, neurospicy people like me, people with chronic illness and health conditions. Wow, I checked that box too. Huge collective of people that volunteer to go on a giant group chat, and every single time a member of the Democratic Party, but specifically in the leadership, people who want to run for say president, they text us before they make any decision, okay? And just as a collective, we throw a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Hey, I'm thinking about having Steve Bannon on my podcast. The collective says, nope. I'm not going to speak for the other members of this collective, but I would absolutely do this for free. Instead of asking me for money, if you could ask me for how you should politic, I am so willing to give you that. But I'm not willing to stand here and continue to be shocked that Gavin Newsom keeps letting us all down. Look at him. He looks like every other politician that's always consistently let us down. Can we move on from this?